Good morning, nurses! Thank you for joining us today. So, my name is Professor Teresa Vanguardia. And ngayon, pag-uusapan natin yung isa sa hot topics ngayon sa nursing. Ito yung talagang umuulan ng questions pagdating sa actual board exam. Let's talk about nursing research. Okay? So, now, sa nursing research, medyo mahaba-haba yung coverage nito. But if you join our online review program, we can promise you that we can finish the entire lecture for just 3 hours. Okay? So, ngayon, glimpse lang yung pag-uusapan natin. Okay? Now, so nursing research, starting with the problem, purpose, literature, formulation of hypothesis, design, okay, sampling, collection of data, and then analysis of the data. So you have your statistics, descriptive and inferential, down to the communication and yung utilization natin ng data. Okay, isa sa pinaka-importante doon, okay, at madalas dito tayo nagsastruggle, is yung design. Okay? So, for nursing research, ito yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Okay? We'll talk about the research design. Okay? So, basically, meron tayong dalawang klase. Okay? Two types of research design. So, you have your quanti, okay, and quali. Yan. So, quantitative and qualitative research design. Okay? Now, okay, ginagamit ko lang is daliri ko kasi nawala ko yung pen, kaya pasensya na. Okay? So, sa aking penmanship. So, now, most of the time, pag pinag-usapan ng quanti at quali, ang palatandaan lang natin is yung measurable and non-measurable. Okay? Sabi nila, pag yung data mo is measurable, like the vital signs of your patient, laboratory results of your patient, okay, mag-fall siya under quanti. Okay? Pero pag hindi na measurable, like for example, emotions, feelings, okay, dun siya sa quali. Okay? But, you know, we'll dig deeper. Okay? Mas malalim pa yun kesa lang sa measurable and non-measurable. Okay, now, two things. Okay, first, let's talk about the paradigm. Okay, paradigm. Yan yung una natin pag-uusapan. Okay, about the quanti and then quali. Next, pag-uusapan natin yung klase ng reasoning na employed dito. Okay, yan. So now, pag pinag-usapan yung paradigm means this is the worldview. This is the general perspective on how we explain things. Okay, general perspective, worldview, according to Pollitt and Beck. Okay? Now, sa quantitative research design, ang paradigm na ginagamit natin dito is yung tinatawag natin na positivist paradigm. Okay? Positivist or post-positivism. Okay? Sa quali naman, ang ginagamit natin dito is the naturalistic paradigm. Okay? Naturalistic. Okay? Paradigm. Also known as the constructivist paradigm. So, you have positivist, naturalistic. Okay. Now, ano yung difference? Now, pag sinabi natin, nurses, na positivist paradigm, okay, positivist paradigm is very objective. Okay? So, objective siya by nature. Okay? Meaning, when we explain things, it has to be rational. It has to undergo scientific method para ma-prove na tama talaga yon. Na yun yung reality na nag-e-exist. Okay? On the other hand, pag sinabi naman natin na naturalistic paradigm, okay, subjective. Okay? So, meaning, yung reality that exists, okay, it exists within a context. Okay? For example, clients with multiple sclerosis, okay, meron silang experiences na hindi natin maiintindihan. Kasi context nila yun, sila yung naka-experience nun eh. Sila yung merong ganung sakit. Okay, so hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na naiintindihan kita, ay, may MS ka din, okay, may multiple sclerosis ka din. So, very subjective to. Okay? Now, sabi pa dito sa libro natin, okay, sabi dun sa Pollitt and Beck, I use that as reference. Okay, you can check that out. When we talk about qualitative, okay, and when it falls under the naturalistic paradigm, the knowledge is maximized, okay, when the distance between the researcher and the participant is minimized. The more you interact with your subject, your key informants, your research participants, mas lalo mong naiintindihan. Hindi mo siya pwedeng intindihin with just, you know, looking from a distance. Kailangan close kayo. Okay? So, yun yung naturalistic paradigm. So, positivist, objective, naturalistic, subjective. Okay? Now, possibilities in the board exam. Okay? Maaari ang gawin ng BON is that mag-present sila ng title, okay, a research title, and instead of identifying what is the research design employed in that title, hahanapin natin or identify natin anong klaseng paradigm yung ginamit. And if this is the first time that you've heard about paradigm, kapag pagdating sa board exam, ano to? Okay, so ngayon, okay, alam na natin. Okay, next, Okay, reasoning. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin, nurses, na quantitative, okay, ang reasoning na ginagamit natin dito is what we call deductive reasoning. Okay? Deductive reasoning. A simple explanation of deductive reasoning is from general to specific. Okay? For example, all human beings have white blood cells. Okay? Ricky is a human being. Okay? Therefore, Ricky has white blood cells. Okay? Very elementary, no? Okay? Pero pag ipapasok natin siya on how we do things, okay, in nursing research, okay, an example would be a client with COVID-19. Okay, gamitin natin siya as example. Okay? So, ito yung pasyente na may COVID-19. And there are a lot of things, okay, that affect this person, okay, that is involved in the disease process of this particular client. Okay? So, si patient natin, senior. Okay? So, isa yan sa mga risk factors. Tapos, meron siyang comorbidity, hypertension. Okay? Tapos, meron din siyang DM. Okay? Now, aside from that, hindi siya nag-hand wash. Ano pa? Mataas na din yung cases ng COVID doon sa lugar na tinitirhan niya. So, environmental factors. Now, ito yung nararamdaman niya ngayon. Inuubo siya, nagda-dry cough siya, may difficulty of breathing, nagkaroon ng episodes ng diarrhea, and may history of 2 days na fever. Okay? So, yun yung mga titingnan natin doon sa pasyente. Ngayon, sa deductive reasoning, sa quantitative research design, pipili ka lang ng isa doon. Hindi mo pwedeng aralin yung lahat. Okay? So, for example, ang pag-uusapan lang natin is age. Okay? So, piliin lang natin si age. So, in this whole, in this pie, kukuha ka lang ng maliit na chunk. Okay? Yan lang yung pag-uusapan natin. Okay? The relationship of COVID-19 infection and age. Okay? So, pipili ka lang. Hindi mo siya bubuin. Yun yung deductive reasoning. May malaki kang buo, kukuha ka lang ng maliit na piraso. Okay? Gets? Okay, now, puntahan natin si quali. Si quali naman, ang ginagamit natin dito, okay, is inductive reasoning. Okay? Pag sinabi natin na inductive, from specific to general, okay, from small to big, okay, ganun yung pagtingin doon sa study na yun. Okay? Now, for example, you have bits and pieces, like, for example, senior citizen si patient, ito yung manifestations niya, ito yung comorbidities niya, ito yung lugar na tinitira niya, ito yung kanyang health practices, etc., etc., and then, ito yung kanyang sakit, COVID-19. Okay, now, when we do this, we don't see just the manifestations. We see it on the lens of the client himself. Ano yung experience mo bilang isang pasyente? Okay? Hindi lang base dun sa symptoms. Okay? But we check all those things. Okay? Multifactorial to. So, from specific data to general. Okay? Yun yung inductive reasoning. Okay? So, nakuha. Tingnan natin Okay, balikan natin. Okay, pag sinabi natin, nurses, na quanti, ang paradigm dito is positivist. Okay, pag sinabi naman natin na quali, ang paradigm natin dito is naturalistic paradigm. Okay, pag sinabi naman pinag-usapan ng reasoning for quantitative, ang ginagamit natin ay deductive reasoning, but for qualitative, ang ginagamit natin ay inductive reasoning. Okay na. Okay, so that's just the intro. Okay, now, let's go with quanti. Okay, quanti. Yan, sa mga nag-quanti dito, sa mga nag-thesis. Okay, sana naaalala nyo pa ito. Okay, shout out dun sa aking advisory class. Okay, sa thesis. Okay, now, for quanti, meron tayong dalawa. We have experimental and non-experimental. Okay, NE na lang ha. Okay. Hirapan na ako sumulat. Okay, so experimental and non-experimental. Okay, so for experimental design, okay, ito yung tatandaan ninyo. Si Mr. C. Yung mga naging estudyante ko dyan. Okay, last season. Kabisado nyo to. May magic spell pa tayo dito. Okay, so you have Mr. C. Ano yung Mr. C? So you have manipulation. Okay, manipulation is the actual experiment employed. This is the intervention used. Okay, and you only manipulate the independent variable. Huwag kung ano-anong variable yung i-manipulate mo. Okay, next, you have the R. R stands for randomization. Random na lang ha, randomization. So when you say randomization, randomly assigned yung subjects mo. Okay, you have a classroom. Okay, mga estudyante nasa classroom na bawal lumabas. Okay, pabilangin natin sila 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Lahat ng 1, group A, lahat ng 2, group B. Okay, so hindi mo sila pre-assigned. Okay, randomly selected. Okay, out of the target population. Okay, random assignment. Next, Okay, C. C is control and experiment group. So, meaning dalawang grupo. Isang control, yung hindi mo pag-experimentohan. Okay, at isang experiment group na bibigyan mo ng manipulation, bibigyan mo ng treatment, bibigyan mo ng intervention. Dami nilang tawag doon. Okay, now, tandaan, makinig maigi kapag kumpleto si Mr. C, okay, si MRC, ang tawag natin dyan ay true experimental. Okay? So, may manipulation ka, may randomization ka, may control at experiment group ka. Ang tawag dyan ay true experimental research design. Okay? Now, in the event na mawala si randomization, because handpick yung subjects, okay, ang tawag natin doon ay quasi-experimental. Okay? Quasi. Okay? So, nawala si R, quasi. Nawala si C. Okay? Ang tawag pa rin doon, quasi. Nawala yung dalawa, quasi pa rin. Okay? So, pag kumpleto uli, Mr. C, MRC, true. Nawala si R, quasi. Nawala si C, quasi. Now, what if mawala si M? Okay? Remember this. The heart and soul of experimental research is the manipulation, the actual experiment, the intervention. Pag tinanggal mo yung manipulation, ang tawag mo dyan, non-experimental na. Okay? Gets? Gets, ha? Okay, so marami tayong pwedeng gamitin dito sa ating experimental design. Okay, pwede tayo mag-pretest, post-test, post-test only, solo-informed group design. Okay, but I'll give this one as an example. Okay, para maintindihan natin siya. Okay, now, for example, meron tayong classroom. Okay, sa classroom may batas utang na loob. Huwag nyo nang kantahin. Okay, so, randomly assign natin yung mga subjects natin, yung mga estudyante natin dun sa classroom. Okay, so you have group A, and then you have group B. Okay? So now, lahat ng number 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, i-assign ko sa group A, which will be my control group. Okay? Control. So again, pag control group, wala kang gagawing experiment sa kanila. Okay? Excuse me po. Okay, now, for the group number 2, for those assigned in number 2, okay, sila yung group B, they are my experiment group. Okay, now, ito yung gagawin ko. Okay? Si group A, okay, may control group. Wala akong experiment na gagawin kasi nga control group sila. Bawal lumabas. Okay? Kasi bawal yun ang batas eh. Okay? Mag-comply ka. Ayan, tuloy. Ayan. Okay, part yun. Okay, kasama yun. Hindi na natin edit yun. Okay, so bawal lumabas. Now, si group B, okay, they are my experiment. Okay, dahil madami silang sinabi, payagan natin lumabas. Pwede lumabas. Pwede lumabas. Okay? Pwede lumabas. Now, after this experiment, titingnan natin ano yung magiging reaction ng mga nakalabas. Okay? So, how would I assess that? I would observe. Now, during the course of the observation, meron tayong mga tinatawag na threats to validity. One of which is yung tinatawag natin na Hawthorne. Okay? If you know that you are being observed, chances are, magbabago yung reaction mo. Kasi alam mong may nanunood sa iyo. Okay, mga nurses, okay, sa duty. Pag nandyan yung CI mo at nagva-vital signs ka, wow, 1 full minute, pati RR. Pero pag wala, yung iba dyan, no, kabato-bato sa langit, ang tamaan cerebral hematoma. Okay, yung iba dyan, no, pati temp, talaga ng 37.6, tapos nag-charting, wag na wag yung gagawin yan. Okay? So, if you know that you're being observed, diba, nagbabago. Okay, Hawthorne effect yun. Okay, that's why pagdating natin dun sa pag-gather, collecting ng data when it comes to observation, medyo may mga binabago tayo. At pag-uusapan natin yan, maybe next time. Okay? So, I hope this is clear. Okay, yung ating experimental. So, sabi natin sa experimental design, meron tayong MRC. Okay, M is manipulation, R is randomization, C is control. Pag kumpleto yung tatlo, true experimental, nawala si R, quasi, nawala si C, quasi, nawala si M, non-experimental. And most of the time, for non-experimental, what we use is the correlational. Okay, descriptive correlational design. Okay, other term for this one, and I'm gonna write this down kasi lagi itong may confusion. Ito yung tinatawag natin na ex post facto. Okay, yan. When in doubt, hindi throw it out. When in doubt, check your books. Okay? Ex post facto ang other term for correlational design. Okay? Meaning the independent variable is right here, right now, at present. Okay? So, correlational design. There is no manipulation. You just check the relationship. Okay, titingnan lang natin yung relationship. But please take note that correlation does not prove yung ating causation. Okay? Hindi tayo cause and effect dito. Relationship lang yung tinitingnan, degree ng relationship. And we'll talk about that next time. So, I hope you learned. Okay, kahit saglit lang tayo dun sa ating research design. For those who are interested, you can message us, enroll, be part of our online review program, and I promise you, we can finish nursing research in just 3 hours. Okay? So, maraming salamat for staying with us. Okay? We hope to see you in our online review program. God bless. Bye.